Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have been doing good. I would like to share with you guys like my pregnancy story on how I found out that I was pregnant. So sit back, relax, and let's have a chit chat, okay? Let's start with, me saying that my journey is different than everyone else's journey. Everyone's journey is different when it comes to trying to get pregnant. For me, I knew it would be hard to get pregnant because I have PCOS. PCOS is pretty much when you have irregular periods, you have cysts in your ovaries, and it's harder for you to get pregnant. Gaining weight is easy. It's harder to lose weight. Stuff like that. You can do your research more about PCOS if you have it. For me, I've always had it since I was 12. Like, I've always had irregular periods, so I can go 4 months without a period, and to me it's like normal. Like, it's like no alertness there because I'm used to it. One time I even went a year without it. That was crazy. But then, like, as I started to improve my nutrition, going to the gym, then my period started to come back, and it got better. Of course, like, the doctor does give you birth control in order to regulate your period for it to come, but it didn't work for me because I would always have side effects with it. I would feel nausea. I would get like my period every 2 weeks, and it's just terrible. Like, I went through at least 7 different ones. None of them worked. So at that point, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna fix it with, with nutrition, a healthy lifestyle, and hopefully, like, I can reverse it, which it did work. Your girl got married 2 years ago, and me and my husband, like, we aren't preventing anything, so we're kind of just like, well, if it happens, it happens, And here we are 2 years in and still nothing. So I was like, you know what? So next year, if still nothing has happened this year, the next year I'll probably talk to my doctor to see what kind of plan can he give me for me to get on like fertility medication or something like that, right? If nothing happens this year. But it also has a lot of positive reviews on it making women pregnant. So in my eyes, I'm like, well, I really need to regulate my period, take some type of vitamin for the PCOS. The pregnant thing is a plus, so if it happens, it happens. In my head, I never thought I was gonna get pregnant with these pills. I was just taking it for my cycle, just for the hormonal balance, the cycle, and all that. My best friend, which took the pills, she got pregnant with them. I was just like, well, that's her story, right? Me, I'm just gonna take them for my period cycle. Never thought like it was possible for me to like get pregnant, right? So I ordered the vitamins from Amazon. A lot of good reviews, and on the Amazon review list, you see women posting their positive pregnancy results. And I was just like, oh my God, look at all these women pregnant. So in my eyes, I was like, well, that's a plus. If it happens, it happens. It's in God's time. So I ordered the pills, and I drank them like a medicine, or took them like a vitamin every day. And then I went through the whole like bottle already after like a month. I ordered another one. Throughout like me taking these vitamins, throughout like that month or whatever, your girl was invited to like parties and celebrations, and your girl, like, there was drinking, so your girl was like having fun, drinking like wine and whatever they had. One day, it was my cousin's birthday, and actually no, it wasn't a birthday, it was just like a little girls get together. and we went to a restaurant. We were drinking sangrias, and that night, like after I drank sangrias, like I went to bed. The next morning, I felt like nauseous, and I'm like, oh my god, like I just feel nauseous. Maybe it's because I'm hungry, so I went ahead and I ate food. After I ate, I was tired as well, so I made me like a little energy drink, and I was sipping it through the day. I started to like do things around the house, and later on, like at nighttime, I just feel okay. During the day, like I still feel nauseous, but it wasn't that bad. Then at nighttime, I still feel like I don't feel good. Like I feel nauseous, and I feel like I don't feel good. So me and my husband watching TV on the couch, and I'm like nervous to tell him that I'm kind of nauseous, because I don't want it to feel like, am I pregnant? Like I don't want him to get that type of excitement, because what if I'm not? I've gone through so many negative pregnancy tests that at this point I'm just tired of taking the test. One thing is like, oh, that's a pregnancy sign, maybe I should take the test, and maybe I'm pregnant. But then you take it and it's like, no, like maybe it's something else that's happening. So yeah, I just got frustrated that it was always negative, and I would think that I'm pregnant, but no. So I told him, like, I just don't feel good, I feel nauseous. And he was like, well, did you eat something bad, or are you all right? Like, you think you're pregnant? And I'm like, I don't know if I'm pregnant. I'm always negative, like when it comes to the positives. I'm always like showing negative when I take the test. So at this point, I don't even feel like taking the test. But for some reason, I just feel nauseous and I don't feel good. So we go to bed, and the next morning I go to work. And at work, I drink my coffee every morning, but at work, like I had to tell my coworker, I'm gonna skip out on coffee today, like, cause I feel nauseous. I don't feel good right now. I felt nauseous at work, and I'm like, oh my god, like, am I pregnant, or am I going through a virus or something? So I was telling my coworker, I'm like, you know what? When I go home today, I've been nauseous all day. When I go home today, I'm gonna go buy a pregnancy test, and then when I use the bathroom at work, TMI, but when I would use the bathroom at work and I would like wipe, I would find like red, like a brown spotting, which is another sign of pregnancy. And I was like, there's brown spotting. But I was kind of thinking like, well, what if this is like the beginning of a period or stuff like that? So I was just like, you know what? I just can't wait to go home and like take this test. And I'm texting my husband this as well, so he's aware that when I get home, we're gonna take this test, like stuff like that. So I kind of like, I didn't want to hold it off on him. Like I just wanted him to be on the loop of what's going on, how am I feeling, like stuff like that. So that's why we kind of like just took the test together. It wasn't like a big surprise moment how some other people do it, where it's like they surprise their husband with like a present, like, you're gonna be a father. But no, we just took the test together. So since he was on the loop on how I was feeling and all that, I came home, I went to Target, got the pregnancy test, came home, and then when I took the test, I've never seen this before on any other test that I've taken before. Again, I've always had the one line, and when I took this test, it was one dark line and one faded line. And I was like in shock in the bathroom, and I was like, what does this mean? Because it's faded. And I'm over here telling my husband, he's like in the living room watching TV, and I'm like, babe, I think I have to retake it, because one line is faded. So I don't know what it's trying to tell me. And he was like, go drink some more water so that we can take another test. And so I was drinking some water. As soon as I drank a cup of water, he's like, do you have to use the bathroom now? And I'm like, no, give it some time. So I'm drinking my water, walking around, trying to get the urge to pee again. Literally 5 minutes later, he's like, all right, you gotta use the bathroom now. And I'm like, okay, fine, let me try to see if something comes out. So I take a cup this time, and I try to use the bathroom, and I got some pee out. So I took another test, I dipped it in, waited. I got the same result. It was the one dark line, one faded line. And I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. I've never seen this before. Never, never, never. And I would even Google it. What does it mean when like one is dark, one is faded? And it says that it means it's a positive result. It just means that you're very early on your pregnancy. So that's why it's kind of faded. So me and my husband were just so in shock. He started to like pace back and forth in the house. He was just like, oh my God, what? I have to tell my mom. And we told his mom first, and his mom was like so happy. And like, I took a picture of like the test, and we sent his mom a picture of the test. And she was like, what? Veronica's pregnant? She was like, I have to tell everyone. And it was just so funny how like she wanted to call everyone, but we had to like kind of like tell her like we have to wait, because I want to at least go to my first doctor's appointment, make sure that I am pregnant. And like his brothers, like they saw the pregnancy test, and they were kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of faded. So I kind of had that like that doubt in my head. I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of faded. What if it's the brand? What if it's like this is a bad batch or something? I have to have another pregnancy test somewhere in my drawers because I've taken so many already. So I'm looking through my drawers, and I find one, and I'm like, babe, I found a third one. This is I found it, and it was like a different brand, unused and everything. So I used the bathroom. When I used the bathroom, took that test, it was another brand, so it kind of looked different. The two lines, bold, and I was like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Like they're both bold. And so my husband, that was when he was like, that confirms it. Because it's another brand, and you know, they're both bold, and you have 3 pregnancy tests that have the 3 lines, that have the lines, you know? So after we tell his side of the family, my side of the family, they only live 8 minutes away. So I'm over here like, let's go to their house and let's tell them. So what I do is that I get this present box, and I put the 3 pregnancy tests on there. And during that time, it was my mom's birthday. It was like a week after her birthday, but I didn't get to do anything for her because I was planning on taking her out to eat like another weekend because she was out of town. So I had called her up, and I'm like, hey mom, like, are you home? I'm gonna stop by. I found something that I can give you for your birthday. So she's like, yeah, we're home. My sister was home as well. So I'm like, I'm on my way. We head over there, and I told my sister, you know, come outside because I bought my mom a present. I want you to see it first. So she comes outside the house, and here's a video of how it went.
Oh. 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 Don't call you.
Oh my God, Congratulations, I'm so happy. I just found out. Oh my god, my baby sister. Oh my god, this is like the best house ever. Oh my god, she's definitely gonna love it. Oh my god,
You gotta make.
congratulations. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
Oh, thank you. You gotta wipe your tears before you go inside.
Oh yeah. Now that I told my sister, now we're gonna go inside the house to tell my mom and dad. And here's how it went. Hi, Leo. It's really hot outside. Hola, Josh. How are you? Hey. Hi, tú no me digas. Mira. El regalito de cumpleaños. Un regalo para ti.
No me digas que vienes por ahí. You coming?
Wait, what's going on? If it wasn't
No sabe qué es
it's
eso.
her birthday. It's not her birthday. Your birthday was a long time ago. What happened?
Show Gabby. Show Gabby. Do you know what this is?
Joshua, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you know what that is? We have a baby cousin. That day was just so full of emotions and excitement and just pure joy. I was wondering, like, you know, because I have PCOS, I don't know how far along I am. And it was hard because when I had to call my doctor's office to tell them that I'm pregnant, they're asking me, okay, when was your last period? And I'm like, my last period was in May. It was like 2 months ago or whatever. So when they did the calculations, they're like, well, that means that you're 13 weeks pregnant. And I'm like, I'm not. I really don't know when was that I was conceived because of my PCOS. So when I did my first appointment with the doctor, it was like a week later that I had to visit him. So I visited him and we got our first ultrasound done. I was so glad that we were gonna get an ultrasound done because that's how the doctor determines how far along I am based on the measurement of the baby. So in my head, although I have the positive pregnancy test, in my head, I'm kind of like, I don't know, like what if there's nothing in there and everything is just in my head, you know? So that was like the doubt that I had. I'm like, what if this is just all fake in my head and I'm just, I don't know, have a virus or something, I don't know. So when he was gonna do the ultrasound, I'm like, there better be a baby in there because I'm not going through all this nausea for nothing. Either that, if there's nothing in there, then I'm probably going through some type of sickness. Oh, so when he did the scan, the transvaginal ultrasound, I saw it and it looked like a little grain of rice. And he's like, wow, you're early, you're very early. And based on the measurement of the baby, he said that I was 6 weeks and 3 days. I didn't get to hear the heartbeat or anything. It was just an ultrasound. From there, they gave me like the due date, and the due date was on April 17th, which is my sister's birthday. And she was so happy. She's like, oh my God, it's an April baby and it's gonna be falling on my birthday. But the due date, it always changes. So for example, like when I went on my second appointment with the doctor and I did another ultrasound, the baby looked so much bigger within those 2 weeks. So he pretty much wanted to see me again because he wanted to take a look at the baby's heart. So he did another ultrasound, and then within those 2 weeks, the baby went from this to this in like 2 weeks, which is crazy. So he saw the heart, everything was good, and then from that day, from the measurements, he changed my due date, which means that I was like a week ahead. So pretty much I'm like a couple days ahead of what I thought I was, pretty much. Now the due date is scheduled for April 14 instead of April 17. And so yeah, this is my pregnancy story and how I found out I'm pregnant. It's crazy. Like, I'm still in shock. And I just did my blood work a couple days ago to find out the gender and to find out the chromosomes of the baby, if the baby is in good condition, like the health of the baby. So as you can see, I have this big bruise right here, and that's from the blood work that I did. For some reason, my skin gets so irritated whenever I do blood work. So every time I do blood work, I always get bruises. So just know, I'm not in a toxic relationship. I'm just doing blood work. So we find out the gender hopefully in 2 weeks if the blood work results come back on time and all that. So that we're having a gender reveal party in our house, in our backyard. So follow along for the next couple of videos so that we can share the excitement with you guys. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and be a part of the family. Subscribe, give this video a like, because I'm gonna be sharing more about my pregnancy journey here on my channel. So see you later.
Wish upon a shooting star.